Alright guys, what's going on? So let me go ahead and show you how this B-roll footage is going to be done. So I'm only going to go over the little minor stuff, like the things you need to know. So first, new project. I already have right here on browse. You can go to my desktop. I have B-roll and project. That's where I'm going to select. And I'm going to title this B-roll test 2 because I already have one made. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and double click in here and then go to my B-roll, go to video and click import my folder. And then I'm going to double click, go back to B-roll, go to assets and then import folder. And I'm also going to import these three right here because I accidentally put those outside of my folder, but technically they go in there. Alright, so first things is creating the sequence. Now a lot of you always end up making the sequence incorrectly, so let me go ahead and show you how you're supposed to do it the correct way. For this particular assignment, we're going to need a 24 FPS sequence. So what you want to do before we actually create the 24 frames per second sequence is take all of your videos that are recorded at 60 FPS. We're going to right click, modify, interpret this footage, and we're going to interpret it as 24 FPS. It's going to make the video appear at 24 FPS and it'll slow it down smoothly versus the right click and speed and duration and then slowing it down that way. So now that we have a 24 FPS, all we need to do is grab one of these videos and drag it over in here. Once we do that, you notice that the file name is called image1107, which is the same as what you have over here. Notice the difference in the icons. This is a sequence. So go ahead and tap on it and call this B-roll footage my room, right? So now we have the B-roll footage my room. When I play this, that's a slow motion video of what we need. So now that we have that, we can actually delete it. We no longer need that video. And we can double click so we can preview the videos in here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go over the steps that you all need to do so that you can be able to record this video correctly. And that is going to be slowing down videos and speeding them up. So as I have it right here, I'm going to drag this guy in here. Again, I'm grabbing the video file because I only need the video. I do not need the actual sound. And then using my zoom in and zoom out method down here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom and then make this a lot bigger so I can extend it upwards. Now under effect, you want to be able to see this little keyframe. If you don't see it, it's probably because it's still too small. If you bring it bigger, you'll be able to see it. Right click, time, and speed. So this will allow you to kind of see the speed here. Again, if you play it, it's in slow motion. And then this little keyframe will allow you to kind of speed in through certain parts. So right around here, I'm going to go ahead and add a keyframe. Now when I add a keyframe, I can bring this up and bring this down. Up is speed faster, and then down is speed slower. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. You can see that it's at 150, 200. So I'm going to bring it up quite a bit. So I'm going to keep going up to like 900, maybe even 1,000. Let's do around 800, 876. You notice that my video got a lot shorter because of that. So in this little amount of time, it does that. And then that's where it slows down. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then right around here, we can go ahead and add another keyframe and bring this all the way up to the 900s. Notice my video got a lot smaller. So now in a matter of 3 seconds, my video opens. And it does that, right? So my next video here is supposed to be a video where I show the carpet. So I can grab this and bring the video only. I'm going to give it a little bit of space here because right click, speed. because once I edit these, the video could get smaller or bigger. So by clicking here on these little tabs, I can actually click and drag them just like so. Same thing with this one. And then when I click on them, you notice that you see these little anchors. You can click a circle and then move it up and down and then side to side until they kind of curve. And that's going to create the ramp that we're looking for. So that video is now about 2 seconds long. And it does that, right? So that's pretty good right there. Now I'll bring this guy over to here. That looks pretty good. And then that's where the transition is going to happen. However, the video plays really slow right now. So again, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Select it. Again, I right click, time, speed. I'm going to add a keyframe right there and bring this all the way up to around, let's do this one like 900 and something. Then right here, it's going to slow down for a little bit. And then again, this is going to speed up like crazy. Oh, I went into the 6,000-7,000s. Let's do about 1,300. There we go. So I do feel like this one plays for a little bit too long. That was mainly my fault. I should have probably re-recorded this video with less information. But I'm going to go ahead and drag this guy in this direction. Because again, this is my keyframe. I'm going to just play it like this. And I'm going to have a lot of footage that's in fast motion. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this a little bit higher so it plays by quicker. Do the same thing over here. And then drag this. There we go. So now it'll look something like this. Let's see how it plays. Yeah. So you have like your slow down and then boom, it speeds up again. Now this is with speeding up at the beginning, slowing down in the middle, and then speeding up at the end. So here's a video where I will essentially do the opposite. It's not that one. Let's do not that one. I don't even think I used that video after all. And it took me forever to record it. Nope. I didn't use that one either. I did use that one. So the thing about this one is I play this video in reverse. When I play this, I wanted it to go the other way. So what I did was right click, speed durations, and then reverse the speed. That'll allow me to play the video backwards. And so right here it plays slowly, and then I add a keyframe. Oh, sorry. You need to right click, speed, and do that. Alright, so it plays slowly for a little bit. Then I add a keyframe. And then another keyframe. So now that I have these two keyframes, I can actually grab this piece and bring it all the way up to like around 800. Maybe a little bit faster, 1,000. So now I have this. And it does that, right? But again, it just kind of went really fast and slowed down again. So I'm going to make this around 900. Zoom in, because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Open that up. And open that up. So now I just need to mess around with these. Right, that looks pretty good, and I can make this a little bit faster. And there you go. So that is a way that you can kind of speed in the middle so you can create this effect. Now let's go into some of the audio techniques that you can use. So I have some of these little swoops in here. I have some of those, and then I have some of these. And now these don't really make a lot of sense, right? But if I add it here, I could do something like right click, speed and duration, and slow it down. Not a lot, just enough, like let's say 60%. And see what that sounds like. So that's a little bit better, but it's like too much of a whoosh, right? So right here under my audio effects, I can actually open that up and go into, where is it at? Is it on filters? Yeah, under filters. And I'm gonna look for low pass. High pass and low pass are two things that you guys can use. If you remember, we've used low pass before, but we're gonna bring low pass in here. And what low pass does is it makes it sound like almost like if you're hearing the noise coming from another room. Right, so that makes it a little bit better. Now I'm gonna drag my audio a little bit down and then just lower the effect a little bit. Yep, that sounds pretty good in my opinion. And again, if you wanted to, you could always go to speed and duration and then just lower it down a little bit more. Yep, that sounds pretty good. So those are effects that you guys can use. Low pass, drop it in there, and then lower the effect. Use speed and duration to play around with the audio. And I believe that's pretty much it as far as like the effects go and stuff like that. Again, I'll drag one more in here, and that would be right click, speed and duration, drop that down to like 40%. And then drop in a low pass. And then you can always just lower it down. And there you go. You get some pretty cool effects. Now let me go ahead and show you the one that I have already created. So I'm gonna double click, go to B-roll project, and then B-roll open this one. Import the entire project, sure, why not? B-roll right here. And then this is what I created. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this without the audio that I added. So mute that. So just so you guys can see. And those are the effects. So now when I put the music in, and there you go. And that, you guys pretty much get the idea. So with that being said, go ahead and have fun with this. Let's see what you guys can create and give me some amazing B-rolls. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.